I'm Josh with blah, blah, blah. I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, and we are back again. Aaron Jenson from the city of Waupaca and Ron Saari from the School District of Waupaca. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Spring is here. It's starting to feel nicer outside, and if you're out and about, one of the new things you can check out downtown is another new art piece has been added, and this one kind of symbolizes the new city branding, the new logo that are being used. And I'll let you talk about that, Aaron.
Yeah, so if you, exactly as you said, if you've been on Main Street lately, you've probably noticed a big fabricated metal art piece that was done by the Foundry. We want to thank them for all their work. I think it's pretty awesome. Every time that we approach them about doing a project, community-based project, they are more than excited to do it. When we see I know our guys get to work with their guys on installation, and they genuinely seem happy to be contributing to the community. And it's a really cool piece, actually. I walked to work on Tuesday, I think it was, when they installed it, and I came around the corner, and I thought it looked really, really nice. And again, I think important to note, no taxpayer dollars were spent. This is a piece that was done with Foundry contribution and grant contribution, and it's just kind of one of those cool pieces in our downtown.
And if you're creative, it's a bit interactive.
It's a bit interactive. Yeah, we would love for people to kind of take pictures by it, promote our area since it is our logo. I don't know, I'm not into this type of thing, but like Instagrams, Facebook, I don't know what you do. You hashtag We Are Waupaca, and it gets out there and kind of gets the word out about our community and promotes it in a positive light. And then I don't know, Josh, if you posted this, but our grant writer put a really nice narrative to kind of an explanation for what the logo is supposed to stand for. And I'm not going to try to repeat it because he is so much better with words than I am. But I believe you can find that on our Facebook page, and it will be posted.
It's on there, and I can summarize it. So you got kind of the 3 W's. So City of Waupaca, Waupaca County, and then Wisconsin. So that's 3 W's. And then it's also supposed to symbolize kind of the waves on it, the water, the lakes, and kind of the old logo had that weed on it. So kind of a multi-purpose thing. But yeah, his writing's a little more graceful on that explanation.
Yeah, you summed it up well, though. So, and then the only other thing I want to mention, Josh, just because we're talking about City Square, it's really exciting too. Another donated piece, entirely donated, except for we're going to just help with the installation. Rotary clock. There's a really nice looking rotary clock that will be put on the City Square. It's a decorative piece. It's going to add to the aesthetics. Also promote the Rotary Club and all the great work that they do for the community, and not only our community, but really internationally. And that we expect, I know it's been ordered, so we expect that sometime spring, early summer.
Very cool. And so we're seeing more changes downtown and City Square. Another place a lot of people will notice some changes is at the high school. And Ron, you're getting closer and closer to the parking lot remodel, and you have some actual visuals so we can see what it looks like.
It's in the middle. That big white area is the actual high school itself. And then when you go to the bottom of the high school on the image, you'll see that parking lot is divided kind of like it currently is right now. It's divided into a student part and a bus area part. And where the current walkway is in the middle, you'll see this colored area kind of coming down from the high school itself. Do you see that color? My cursor's moving, but obviously you can't see my cursor. And then it comes out and it comes to a T. So that area is going to be a raised cement like sidewalk that you don't drive over, and it'll separate the bus from the students. And also then I'm gonna scroll up to the King side. So if you look at the top of the screen, you're going to see King Road, and there's the entrance on the left side and the entrance exit on the right side. You may not be able to tell, you can see these series of black dots. Do you see those series of black dots on the left side?
Yeah.
And then there's a little bump out. That's a right hand turning lane, that little bump out. So that's something that's different too. So when people are exiting that student parking lot, there will be 3 lanes. There'll be the lane to turn in, there'll be the right-hand lane, and then there'll be a left-hand turning lane. And the same thing on the other side, on the right-hand side. There's a bump out there, not where the dots are, but on the right-hand side of that road, the entrance exit. Do you see that little bump out there, Josh?
Yep.
Okay, and that bump out will fit, I'm told, 2 buses, which is approximately 6 cars. So that's a decent, length for cars and for traffic. So the other thing I want to point out is when parents come in, the parents will come in on this left-hand side entrance off of King, and they're going to come past the high school, and then this is the student parking lot that they're coming into, but they're going to go past that student parking lot down to that raised sidewalk that's colored. And do you notice that raised sidewalk on the bottom of it, there's a little road. It's got some dashed lines. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in the morning and at the end of the day, the students in the morning are going to, the parents are going to drop their kids off right there by that sidewalk and then exit. And at the end of the day, they're also going to pick their kids up along this colored sidewalk where that road parallels with it, and then exit. And then when the parents exit, they're not going to do like they're currently doing, exiting with the students. They're actually going to exit on the other side of the building. So they're going to come over by where the buses are doing their turnaround, and they're going to exit out by the tennis courts to King Road. And so if you look at that parking lot where the buses are, you can see the lanes for parking are kind of unusual. Do you notice that there's regular straight lanes, and then there's at an angle, a diagonal line? Are you seeing that in the top part?
Yeah.
Okay, so the buses come in and park in that during bus pickup and drop off time in this diangled area, and then it's not a U-turn, but they turn around and then exit. But if you look at that exit, you can see the line is curved where the current grass is. Actually, if you look, and it's hard to describe this without a cursor kind of helping your eyes follow, but in that green area to the right of where the buses would be parking those diagonals, you can see where the current solar panels are located in that green area on the lower right side of the high school. Can you see those 2 solar panels sitting there?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so we are taking away some of that green area, and that's what that line is below it, and expanding the road right there. And then right below that, we're going to add some green area. So, and the purpose of that is so when the buses are leaving or any vehicle is leaving, they would be lined up on the right-hand side of the road or driveway exiting the school parking lot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The other thing, Josh, is this green area that we currently have between the walking trail and where the buses drop off and pick up. You can see on the diagram that there is now parking put there. So it'll be a black topped area, and the parking will be for staff. So staff will no longer be parking on the King side of the high school. They will be parking after this remodel is done this coming summer on that area that's currently green, but just to the bottom of where the buses are turning around.
Okay.
What do you think of that, Josh? You have any questions?
It's a little different than what you have now, but seems well thought out.
It took several meetings. We're very thankful with John Kinnear's input. He's the expert and the architect behind this, but it took a variety of individuals involved in the conversation and over several weeks to kind of fine tune it to get to where we're at. And I just wish that it would have showed my cursor. I think I would have been more effective in explaining things so that it would make more sense. But you can see the walking trail at the bottom. It's that narrow band that at the bottom of the parking lot there that kind of goes around. So we're not intruding on the walking trail that's still there. Actually, with this redesign, it is adding parking spaces. So we'll have more spaces than we currently do, which is a good thing. But on that other side, we're still going to need to keep parking lot. We're looking at on the King side of the high school of doing some kind of a study, getting a variety of stakeholders together and get input on what is the best use of that property. One thing we do know is we still want to keep some parking in Blacktop because we do want our away teams that come with buses to park back there in order to save space, so they're not taking up fan parking spaces like for football or basketball, that type of thing.
Good seeing some visualization on how this project is moving along.
Yeah, it's exciting, and we're ready.
One step closer. Something that happened at your school board meeting this week is you discussed results of the perception survey, kind of what the community thinks about things. So what are a couple key takeaways from that?
Yeah, every year we do what we call the annual school perception surveys, and we survey our students, our staff, and our parents, and get data, and we compare the data and try to make some changes to improve as an organization. And this year, we haven't done it before, but this year we asked one of the representatives from School Perceptions to come to a board meeting and share that out with the board. And they did that. It took almost an hour. I didn't anticipate it would take about an hour, but it did take about an hour to go through all 3 survey results. And there were a lot of good things that we took away, areas that we can improve on, and there were some strengths that were showed as well. And I'm gonna try to share some of that detail and those exact survey presentations with to parents and staff in our weekly update this week.
Jump back with you, Aaron. Spring leaf and brush pickup is ongoing throughout the month of April. So what are the details on that?
Yes, sir. So you already mentioned, get out there. It's beautiful. Great week. Well, it's not going to be a great weekend. It's supposed to rain. But if you get some time after work this week to get out there and take care of your lawns, reminder just that you can take your leaves and brush out to the terrace throughout the month of April, and that will be picked up and taken care of. Some of the things to keep in mind, everything should be in clear garbage bags and under 35 pounds from a leaf standpoint. If you have sticks, they should be wound and bundled in twine, not in wire. No Christmas trees. So I know some people still have Christmas trees kind of in their backyard. Don't put those out on the terrace. They will not be taken. And make sure you keep everything out of the streets. Our crews do a great job of making sure the streets are in good shape and clean, and street sweeper went past my house not too long ago. But it's one of those services in the city that people sometimes forget about. So take advantage of it.
Perfect. And then we want to close out just with a reminder, next Friday, the 21st, public has an opportunity to learn more about the new public works facility with construction starting in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that'll be right here at City Hall, the basement of City Hall Library and the library meeting rooms. It's going to be an open house format. So come by anytime from 9:30 to 2:30 on the 21st. And our public works staff and our project partners from Barrientos and Myron Construction will both be on hand to help answer questions. There'll be displays out. Again, this is a public works facility that'll be constructed at the old Habercorn Field site. So if you live in that area, you may have a specific interest. Already seen some of the utility work happening if you've driven by that area.
Well, Ron, Aaron, once again, appreciate the time to keep the community up to date, and we will talk again soon.
Very good.
Thanks,
Thank
Josh.
you.